I know a lot of you have been wondering why I haven't been filming with the beta. It's because I've been having trouble with it, honestly. And I didn't want to go just marching off saying bad things about the beta, because a lot of you guys get all butthurt when I talk bad about the beta, and I'm at home with my children. They're crazy. And so I wanted to give this thing a chance and give us a shot at actually making this thing work. So let me describe what's going on first. So the beta's been running fine after I changed the plugs out. It's been running fine, whatever, all good. Except right at the top, like it runs clean, and the last, like, seriously, like 1/8 or 1/16 of a throttle. It's this tiny, very tip-top part. It just goes bull and falls all over itself. Like right at the end, someone pulls the main jet out. And so I checked to make sure the main jet was in the bowl. It is, or it's not in the bowl. It's where it's supposed to be. Checked the float level, checked everything, checked the plugs. They were definitely rich. I'm like, good, nice. So I ordered a single plug head. I ordered that a long time ago because I think the dual plug head is a gimmick and absolutely worthless. So I was waiting for that before I shot this video to see what we can do to make this thing work. So we're at the home shop. There's the beta right there. I'm gonna take you guys for a spin right now and show you what it's doing. And that's cold. KO! All right, guys, so we're gonna warm this sucker up. We're gonna go ripping up and down the road, and you guys will experience what I'm experiencing. And honestly, if all you did was just trail ride it or single track race it, whatever, you would never even notice it. But the problem is we have these huge adobe hills, and sometimes you go hill climbing, you got it wide open. Also, you know, sometimes you just want to go wide open. So we're gonna figure out what's going on with it today. We got a single plug head, and we have different jets. We're gonna dig into this thing. Like I said, down low, it runs good. Gotta speed it out. All right, so that sounded pretty good, and we're going pretty fast. We're not wide open throttle, so here we go. Guys with 23s and 22s are running, which should be the same as this, except for the dual plug thing. So now we are going to take this bike apart and we're gonna fix it. All right, guys, you heard it. Ewan wrote it, I wrote it, you heard it just fall on its face. No, sorry guys, that was awful close to my face, so let's start over. You guys heard the sound that it made. It sounded like it's falling on the face. Feels like it's too rich. It runs really great up until that last little bit though, which is the weird part. And it's the same jetting as everybody else that I know that's got a 23 or older. I don't know anybody else with a 24 here. So there we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this S3 head on the thing. I went with S3 because I've never used one. And TSP does not make a head for this bike. They're so focused on the fuel injected stuff that you know, they're not bothering making a head for this beta right now. They probably will in the future, but I've always wanted to try an S3, and this is their mountain head kit. This is their high compression with their high compression dome, and yeah, this should be sweet. Got Ewan kicking this thing apart. There he is, yeah, just take the fuel line off turn the fuel line off. So the petcock off, and then take the line off the carb. Yeah, so we gotta drain the coolant real fast. And then, yeah, pop the head off. And then while we're doing that, we also have jets. We're gonna start though with the head first because different profile head, higher compression head might require more gas. And if it's just a little rich now, then this might make it right in the, when we get it done. So yeah, come right back here in a second when we get this thing apart. Keep going. It's not gonna come out real fast.
It's not going to come out real fast, huh?
Let's see, it stopped. Oh. All right, guys, coolant's out. Now we got to delete one of the coils, the ignition coils. So we're going to do this one because this one goes to the back plug. The other one goes to the front plug. They fire at the same time. We could use either one, doesn't matter. But I'm going to take that back one off. We're going to cap those wires or tape them up so that they don't short and cause any kind of issue in the future. So let me see that.
Hey, you made it smarter off the hand. Smart.
It looks like that is the right one to unplug because this front one has the same wire that goes to the primary side of the coil, and then it's got the ground wire. So looks like that's the other one, the one you want to take off is that one that goes to the back plug. So we got that off now. Now we need a 10 mil. Probably get away with the T handle. We're gonna take the head stays off and take the coolant hose off, and then we're gonna pop this sucker off. And also that will give us a chance to take a look at the inside of this engine since I haven't yet. And we've got 60, let's see, how many hours do we have? 67 hours. And yes, that's dirty. That's what happens when you actually use a motorcycle. It's clean on the inside. And we will be putting a new one in it before we test all this stuff. So, and by the way, super clean. It did the exact same thing. So don't anyone on here start freaking out about how dirty that is. And well, that's your problem. It's not. All right, while he's doing that, we're gonna open up our head. This kit's pretty cool because it comes with new O-rings, so we don't have to call Beta for that. And there is the beautiful piece of machinery. Super happy about this. And now I'll be able to run a normal spark plug. All right, head is free. I need to grab my phone and put the flashlight on.
Because you have your face, I was touching it. Tapping.
No, you didn't have to have a face anyway. So, cylinder looks good. Let me come over here to this side. Piston definitely looks like it's been running rich, which would make sense because it fouled plug. So, all right, go ahead and pull these O-rings off. And we did wash it. There's just dirt on it. It's gonna be just fine. The doctor out there who makes their things absolutely perfect before they work on it's gonna yell at me. It'll be just fine. So guys, these come with this O-ring. Make sure you put that O-ring in there first. This is so super precision. You gotta be very careful. Also, there's a pin there, and that pin goes in that hole there. So there we go. We're going to use a BR7EIX spark plug. I always like to put those in first to help hold the head so that doesn't come falling out. Let's go put these O-rings on. Grab that.
Grab what?
Take our head. I'm going to come in from the other side, avoid some of those wires. Oh yeah, go sit on the bench. All right, guys, let me show you something. This is off of, like I said, this is a 23 and back head, back to like 20, 1 or 2, whenever they changed it. So everything fits except, I want to show you something. The old head had a lip that came over right here and like sat down over this cylinder. This one does not. So there is a difference, but I looked at the head itself and it looks all the same. So the actual combustion chamber and all that looks identical. So I think we're gonna be okay. Go ahead, you do that far one, buddy.
Yeah. Do you want to do it in like that star pattern thing?
Yeah, just crisscross. So you do that far one. All right, guys, we got the head on, got the spark plug tightened down, spark plug cap on. Now we're going to reinstall our Evans coolant that we saved because I don't want to buy more. Here, hold on. Did you get the drain bolt back in?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're getting close, guys. Here, I'll hold the bars. Right. So make sure we're all clear. Okay. Kind of have. There we go. There. That's it right there. All right. I'm gonna go grab an air filter. So we got a clean one. Put that in, and then yeah, we're getting close. All right, guys. Putting the air filter in, ready to rock and roll. Go take this thing for a spin. All right, guys. I'm hopeful for a few reasons. One, just like to have a high compression head, which is gonna be good. And the profile of the head should be really good too. Which hopefully will want a little more gas, which means that we don't have to jet it. But if we have to jet it, we will. We need to glue that grip better. Oh, no. No, we'll save it as a spare. We'll let it warm up a little bit just so we're not messing anything up. I know you guys can't see probably very well, but you'll be able to hear it. I think we are good to roll. Let's just check some things out. So first gear comes right up, what you did before. But let's try second. Yep. Try third. Good throttle. It's all right. Yeah, buddy. That is so much better. All right. right, guys, I am so happy. I've been honestly like stressing about this for quite a while because I just was not happy with the way it was running. And I guess it was just too rich, which is weird because as a bunch of you guys were yelling at me to go off the beta spec sheet for jetting, and actually it was dead on the money. I didn't use that to jet it because I jet things a lot. I feel like I know what I'm doing. But obviously I guess I didn't do any wide open pulls or something because it was right on with the beta spec. So it turns out that is not the right jetting for that dual plug head, but with this single plug head that now has higher compression, looks like the jetting's good. So it's a 158 main, in case you're wondering, NECJ needle in the number 2 position, and a 40 pilot. The pilot's a little on the rich side, but I like rich pilots up here. I don't get any knocking or anything like that, especially with a high comp head. Sometimes you'll end up with a little knocking. If you get big long pulls up hills or something like that, it'll dong dong as you come off, and a little richer pilot keeps that from happening. So the head is working great, even though it does not come up over that lip. It seems to be just fine. Coolant's flowing. It's not blowing coolant out. There's no pressurizing of anything. So guys, that's awesome. You can buy an S3 head from the 22 and up. They don't have one specifically for this bike, but it works great. Ben Nicholson has those at firsttruckmoto.com/Highlands Cycles. There's a link in the description. Yes, I do get credit for that. Yes, he does pay me an affiliate percentage if you guys buy something, but it helps me, it helps you, and it helps Ben, and that's awesome. And you don't pay any more than you would if you just went to his website. S3 stuff is pretty cool. I know Jeff Slavin sells it, but you know what? I'm not a big fan of Jeff, so buy it from Ben up in Canada. He also has a warehouse in Montana, so it's not international shipping. I'm super psyched, guys. That really makes me happy because honestly, this bike was driving me nuts, and now I think we're good to go. So now I gotta go ride it more. But Ewan's gonna ride it tomorrow, and it's gonna be awesome. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm super pumped about this. Hope to see you guys on the next one.